Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm going to get NXT out of the way, and I will let people in afterwards, and they can talk all about it. I promise. And I'm going to run through it so quickly. We're going to start from the exciting part that everybody wanted to talk about. Mariah May debuted on NXT this past Tuesday. This was during the segment where JC Jane essentially was addressing the crowd and talking a lot of shit about how she upset the world and everybody was so shocked, and we were, but it wasn't because she won. We weren't shocked because she won. We were shocked because Stephanie was able to win, and it was lost and she was leaving. We didn't think that was happening right now. So it was a very interesting thing. However, Mariah May popped up, as did all of the other top girls in the division. Can you please put your headphones on? The other top girls in the division, Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Lola Vice. There's a new girl there. I don't know her too well. I think her name was Lainey or something like that. There was Thea Hale out there. She didn't say nothing. She just started scrapping. And then you had Jordan Grace. Now, all of them were out there essentially to shoot their shot to come after Fatal Influence, but more specifically to let JC Jane know that her days as champion are numbered. Now, quite frankly, the only people I had an issue with was Jordan Grace and Jada Parker, especially. Jada Parker, 1000% shouldn't even be in the conversation. She has had multiple title shots against multiple champions in Roxanne Perez and in Stephanie Vacker. She has no reason to be able, she shouldn't have no shot after going after that championship when she has lost multiple times in terms of gaining opportunities as well as having an opportunity at the title. To me, Jada Parker should be out. And Jordan Grace, unfortunately for you, I also believe that you don't have a shot at the title because you just lost to Stephanie Vacker. And while I understand there's a new champion and things change, your ass do not deserve a title shot against JC Jane, not at the immediate moment. You just competed in a title match with Stephanie not too long ago, last weekend, as a matter of fact, if I'm correct. They'll come in and correct me if I'm wrong. I promise y'all, right after I get done, I'm going to let y'all come in and have at it. I promise. I promise y'all. I just want to get this out the way and get it done because I didn't even get to watch the show all the way through. I had to watch it in pieces. So I want to just get out what I had to say and be done with it. While JC was out there talking all this bullshit and Fallon was giving her all types of looks, for y'all to be running around here talking about y'all running the division, you sure are surrounded by the ops and don't know it. I could never have a bitch next to me that don't like the fact that I'm champion and we supposed to be tight. That would never happen with me. I'd be having her ass out. You know what I'm saying? But JC is champ. She ain't gonna be champ for long because the glamour, the woman from hell is what I know her as. That's how I know her. I don't know nothing about the glamour. I don't know nothing about the glamorous. I know about the woman from hell though. I know about that bitch. This woman has decided that she's gonna be the next NXT Women's Champion. And usually, when Mariah May makes a proclamation of some kind, expect it to come true very soon. If Mariah May gets her hands on that NXT Women's Championship, that whole locker room is gonna get a rude awakening of just how ruthless she truly can be. And if WWE takes the wheels off of her and lets her go the way they should. Okay. This next year of NXT and that women's division is going to be very, very dangerous. Okay? And if you don't believe me, go and watch some of her matches over from New Japan and some of her shit from AEW. That bitch is crazy. There's something wrong with Mariah May. Okay? I can't tell you everything, but something wrong with her. Okay? Okay, one more thing I got to cover before we get done and I'll let everybody in. This was an 8-man tag match. It had Laredo Kid, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, and Sean Legacy. Is that his name? He's also an Evolve superstar. It seems that the guys and girls that are really good on Evolve, they are porting them over early so they can get acclimated to the NXT audience. That way, when they actually do come over, it's not so much of a shock, which I really appreciate from Sean, because it really makes things a lot easier for us to be able to palette, and be able to, it makes it a lot easier for us to take these newer people in. They're not just coming out of nowhere. So they had this 8-man match because the show kicked off with them. They started off the show and Ethan Page came out there and was talking a lot.
Can we do that?
Wow. I thought that was ChatGPT.
Can we do that?
She's very good.
She can doubt herself.
She's amazing.
We had to keep telling her.
I have no idea. I'll tell you that in a minute.
Okay.
Anyways, so they won their match against what was it? Vanity Project. It was Vanity Project and Ethan Page. Yeah. Now, the problem that we see here is that Get Joe. Hi. I haven't seen Get Your podcast in here in a while. Hello, how are you? Love you. Anyway, so listen. It makes me get thrown off when I see people come in the comments. I see everybody. Hey, Nicole, Kayla, Brandy. I see all of y'all. I just haven't had a chance to click on y'all stuff because I want to get this out and then I'm gonna let y'all in. Okay, so listen. The reason why we haven't seen Ricky Saints since their match last week is because Ricky's larynx is It's essentially like bruised and contorted. They did give a side by side of his larynx and a healthy larynx, and his is obviously messed up. So Ricky's gonna be out. I don't know if this injury is real or if it's kayfabe, but to me it doesn't matter. They said it's an injury, so we're gonna go with that it's a real injury. Okay. So Ricky's out because of the injury. That's why he hasn't challenged for the NXT championship again. So we have that. Now Obafemi and Jasper had a nice little stare down, and Jasper and Obafemi are set to meet each other in that ring next week. These are two big, massive, meaty men, and I'm sure Big E is salivating, waiting for this match to happen because you know he loved watching two big, meaty men bumping chests in the ring. Okay. Hey, don't look at me strange and don't look at the phone strange. That is what Big E said. Right. Shout out to Big E because he getting ready to get married to his lovely girlfriend. And I wish I could have an invitation to the wedding, but they don't be like that. Anyway.
Right.
Moving on. So, also, please forgive me if I don't know this girl name. Because I really don't. The Black Olympian that won the LFG the LFG contract to be in NXT, she got accosted by Ariana Grace, and Ariana went back to her own ways of being very insulting and backhanded shady. And so old girl was like, is it Tyra?
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna call her T. Big T was like, okay, well, you're gonna be my first opponent here in NXT. So they had a match, very decent match between the two girls, quite short, but it was a good match. Ariana got some get back going in that match, but ultimately she was not able to overpower the Olympian, and T was able to pick up the win. This is her first win in NXT, so good for her. There was also a 6-man tag team match between Chase U and Dark State. I'll be honest with you, I do not care about Dark State because they're not making any moves worthwhile. They're not moving into championship territory. They're not moving anything. They just coming out there looking mean at the camera and attacking. And right now, them attacks don't mean shit because they're not even relevant in the conversation right now. I'm just not interested in Dark State until they gonna do something. And the next thing that they did outside of the main event was with Tony and Luca. Luca set up a match between Tony and High Rise next week. He and Tony are going to tag team. And Don is just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you making matches without my consent? Why are you talking to me about the family? But you just overstepped me. Like, what are you doing? And Luca was like, well, Tom, if we being fair, we ain't really much of a family right now, are we? I'm like, well, to be honest, Luca, between you and Stacks, I can understand why. The fuck? Why you don't like him? And stop stringing Tony along, because I know you're gonna kick him in the balls or something and betray him in front of everybody next week. And I really wish you wouldn't. I wish you would just be honest. Sometimes I just need a little honesty. Just tell me you don't like me to my face. That way I can beat your ass and be done with it. Okay? I don't like the stringing along and the whole fake let's be family again. I don't want to see that. I'm going to fast forward through it. I'm not playing. Lastly, Trick Williams defended his championship against Mike Santana, arguably one of the best matches of the night, outside of the 6-round, 3-minute match with Miles and Charlie Dempsey, which Miles did win that match against Charlie, and Charlie was too chicken shit to shake his hand. Now, this match between Mike Santana and Trick Williams was actually really good, but there were multiple times Mike Santana could have won the title, like when he should have pinned Trick when he passed out after being able to hit him. I can't think of the move he hit him with, but he hit him with a move. It took Trick out. He didn't pin him. That cost him the championship. And he pinned him, and Trick had enough ring awareness to see the ring ropes, and he used his finger to touch the ring ropes. Ref counted it, and Trick Williams was still able to keep himself alive in this match. Trick Williams also brought Elias into the match by destroying his guitar during the match. Elias jumped the barricade, about to go after Trick, and this is where First Class got involved. First Class came in and took out Mike Santana for Trick Williams, who was able to hit the trick shot and continue his reign as TNA champion. Now, next Friday or this Thursday or Friday, I want to say it's Friday, and I think it's at Against All Odds. I think Against All Odds is Friday for TNA. They are supposed to have a match with Elias. Elias is supposed to face off against Trick Williams for the TNA championship, and I'm pretty sure that First Class is going to be involved in that. And y'all know that TNA's weekly episodic shows are always on Thursdays. So Trick Williams is going to be working 3 days a week. He is working his ass off, and it is very, very, very prevalent. Okay. But for me, that's all I got to say about NXT this week. I'm going to put the link in here, and you can come here and talk about NXT if you want to, because I know a lot of y'all have a lot to say about it. I know Nicole was in the comments. I didn't get a chance to put her comment up, but I will tell y'all, Nicole was asking us in our group chat if Mariah May was going to show up, and she made it very clear that she thought Mariah May was showing up yesterday, and she was 1,000% correct. I think just about everything that Mariah May has done since it was alluded to the fact that Mariah May was leaving AEW, Nicole has been able to predict her every move going into WWE and everything that she was going to do coming in. So if Nicole says it, 97% of the time, Nicole is correct. There's always that little bit of percent where she sometimes is off, but most of the time Nicole is on it. She always has the tea. And sometimes she don't even be having her ear to the street. She just be going off of her own thoughts. And she like, yep, that's what's going to happen. And she always call it. So shout out to Nicole, because Nicole always got it. I didn't think she was showing up today, Tuesday. I assumed that they would wait until they got ready to get closer to Evolution, or they would wait just a little bit longer for Mariah May. But after they cleared out Stephanie and they dropped this title to JC, she was like, it's my time. So good for Mariah. All right. Let me get y'all comments in. That's her name is Lainey Ray. So I did have her name right. I've never seen her. I do not watch Evolve. And it's no shade to the girls and the guys on Evolve. I appreciate what all of you guys can do. I have seen clips of it. I just don't watch it. But from what I hear, it's pretty decent, and they've gotten it together. It was a little rinky-dink when I first saw it, and I was just like, this ain't my cup of tea. I'll let the other girls and guys watch it. She be watching, yeah. Nicole got the. I didn't recognize who Lainey was. I didn't know who she was.
I saw her and I was hyped about that.
I don't think that Jada Parker faced off against Julia.
She faced off. She did. I feel
when?
like. Otherwise, either way, it's too much. She's had her time.
Right, that's what I was saying. I was just like, girl,
it's too much at this point.
You have had at least 3 matches against champions. If it wasn't you getting a match against the champion for a title, you was trying to earn a shot.
Oh shit! I should probably eat vegetables too. Yeah, these Brussels look gross.
She was in that fatal 4-way with Stephanie Backer, so technically, yes, she has faced off against Julia. She don't need another title shot.
I love Jada Parker, but enough is enough. She gotta relax for a little bit.
I have to agree.
You need to find her something. Go after a tag title or something. Lord knows, Liv and Raquel just ain't doing nothing but walking around with them.
Child, they're giving them to the Bella Twins. Lainey's in NXT. I didn't know that. I've never seen her before.
I've seen her in Evolved.
Mm.
Either way, I like her, so it don't matter.
She came out there and talked her shit. I was like, period, Pooh. Go ahead. She just does too much too soon.
She's like, bitch, if you win, I know I can win. I said, I know that's
And
right.
that she not lying. That was a lie. She said, you the most beatable champion NXT has ever had. And I'm like, facts. Where's the lie, though? Where's the lie? I'm just saying. Rico, if you listen to this in the playback, I love you, babe, but she didn't lie. She didn't. She told
What she
us.
say? I missed
I
it.
literally tweeted because I low-key did not think she was, even though I said she was gonna show up soon, I didn't think it was gonna be this soon.
Mhm.
So but I was like, something in the air don't smell right.
I'm gonna call her ass me mom when she get on my nerves. Let me
Right. We was
Listen,
talking
me
about
mom.
NXT and we was talking about Lady coming out there telling JC Jane she was the most beatable champion in NXT history. And I was like,
Yeah, I said, oh, she ate you with that one, bitch. You
and
can't even
she's
say
not
nothing about that.
lying. She's not lying. Your own homegirl was standing there laughing at the shit. So
I would have said, damn, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. But you can't lie.
it's
That
the
was a
fact
good
that you
one.
got the op standing right next to you. Like,
Okay, I would took her out day one. Thank you.
your homegirl
But your
don't even
services are
fuck
no
with
longer
you.
needed.
She was like, we ran the play and I led the charge as I should. And I was like, ooh. Your homegirl
I mean, you should have did the first time, but you was the dummy that let her go first.
Well,
Cause me,
I don't have nothing to do with
I
it.
wouldn't have. I would have stepped forward immediately. I feel like I'm the most experienced. Out of us three, I'm the only one that's been championed. I don't care if it's tag champ. I'm the only one that's been champ. Any arguments?
No, Fallon was
she was
She
tag
wasn't.
champ
Oh, she was.
with Kiana, fuck ass
What that for like a
Kiana.
month?
Somebody raggedy.
It was with fuck ass Kiana.
No, it wasn't Tiffany. It was Kiana.
It was Kiana.
It was Kiana. That's who it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's my cousin. Either way, it ain't last long. I was the longest reigning at some point.
I mean, and she was also, what's that belt that she was North American champion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying before that.
Now you got
Before it got to that point, I would have said
the
that.
only other thing that happened that I was confused on, and somebody gonna have to explain to me. Mm-hmm. Why did Izzy attack Jensen? Is that the one? Is it Briggs or Jensen? That was in the color.
I think that's the same person.
That's Jensen. Briggs is the one who be tagging with the Japanese dude.
Yeah, she said he wasn't really down with the group.
But where did that come from?
Exactly. We don't know. I was confused by that as well.
Because I'm like, girl, what the fuck is you talking about? Then Sean Spears on BDI ass was like, well, you damn right. Bitch. He said,
why did you do that? She said, if you're not down with the color, then you just can't be in it. Well, he said, well, shit, I guess I can't argue. I mean, she had a chair. I wouldn't argue with her ass either.
No, fuck
might as well had a gun.
This my goddamn group. How you making decisions about who in and out?
Ooh, girl, you good?
Fuck your ass in and I take your ass out. The fuck?
I was just weirded out by that. I'm like,
that was real left there because he was the main one. Like he was the main. I could see if it was the last dude because nobody know him and we don't even care that he's there.
I was trying to understand
he was the one that was riding the hardest for the group. Well, I don't know.
This man, I'm like, you was the last one in the group.
Shit, all I heard was fat. I said, damn, what happened?
I thought somebody else had hit him in the back, and they like, Izzy, what the hell are you doing?
I said,
we got a match tonight. She was like, no, you don't. Y'all match moved to next week, and I gave it to you two. He ain't down with the color, then he can't be in the group. I'm like, bitch.
How you know? What happened?
I said, what the fuck did he do? I'm like, damn, Jensen, every group you get in, you get kicked out.
And you talking about he was the problem. Maybe
it must be you, my nigga. It's gotta be.
Maybe it's you in your mouth because it's always you running your mouth.
I don't know. You might need to wash your ass a little bit better or something. You know,
that
they say.
Can't be big mouth and musty.
They say that niggas don't be washing their ass.
Usually, Big
Okay.
Mouth and Musty go hand in hand.
You gotta put the rag in the crack. Okay, you can't just wash around the cheeks. You gotta wash the crack of your ass.
Well, he's country white, so he might not even know how to use a rag.
You gotta use a rag. I don't know why it's so hard for people to use a washcloth. I don't understand that. If you don't like a washcloth, get you an African net sponge.
You know what that is? You know what really like kills me is when I'm traveling.
Like beautiful,
and I forget my washcloth.
Mm.
Because I usually have a washcloth and a loofah.
Mm-hmm. I use both. I have a washcloth and then I have an African net sponge, but I also have exfoliating gloves that I use because I like my skin to be soft when I get out the shower.
I do too. I forgot what it's called. I found it online like during COVID. I've been buying them since then. It's like basically the like Korean version of scrubbing gloves. But it's like a hole, but you have to like activate it. It's weird. So you have to like let it soak for like 5-10 minutes in water so it can like activate and then it like works.
The Koreans know how to keep their skin together, honey.
Oh, that's why I got it.
And all we know how to do is be motherfucking broke.
Child. I don't care. I don't mind learning from somebody else. Teach me something, bitch. Whatever I can do, make myself southpaw, then period.
I know what to do. I know one trick.
Let me see.
You want to know it?
What?
You feed your man a whole bunch of vegetables and fruit, right?
Don, don't start that bullshit today. Don't start that shit today. Don't you dare.
I was just telling y'all the tricks of the trade.
No.
I heard.
No.
No, I don't trust you.
Either that or get pregnant.
Don, your ass always
no
going
one asked for all that.
Always. We can't never be normal. Yes. We can't never just be normal.
But they say I do clear it up though.
Ugh, please.
I'm just saying.
You
For those of the girls that want to figure out what it is, just go ahead and message me. I'll let you know.
Don't
but you
do
can't be no kid.
Please don't. Save yourself the trouble.
It's not trouble. Especially if you got a man. But if y'all eat a whole bunch of poor ass shit, then don't ask me nothing.
Y'all, listen, Money in the Bank is Saturday. Money in the Bank is Saturday.
This
Worlds
shit.
Collide starts first.
Oh my God. And I decided I want to deal plates this weekend. I better make some motherfucking money.
Worlds Collide goes first at 3 p.m. Okay.
Stephanie gonna be tired.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But child, she don't care.
I know
that's the shit that I live for.
Because she a bad bitch.
All right,
but you better watch Lola Girl because that track ain't too good either.
Worlds Collide is at 3 p.m. and it is exclusive to YouTube. I cannot stress this enough. It is exclusive to YouTube. Okay? You're not going to be able to watch it on Peacock. So don't be DMing me and asking me, Tiffany, where can I watch that? Because I'm not going to answer you. I'm going to leave you
I don't
know.
know. I'm not watching it.
I'm going to leave you on red. I'm not playing because I'm telling you now. Shit, I'm telling your ass right now that it is only on YouTube. You cannot watch it anywhere else. That's where they have chosen to stream it, on YouTube. I guess it's more accessible for the people in Mexico to watch it on YouTube, which is fair. Okay.
Excuse me.
YouTube is accessible by everybody. I wish everybody thought of YouTube to stream their stuff to.
Okay.
They would break the internet streaming mania.
I'm more shocked it's on going on YouTube than anything.
I think Stephanie and Gable can do it. I'm still salty with AAA, but that's a separate story. I don't know why you're mad at AAA.
Can do what?
They gotta do double shows.
AAA.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't
even fuck about technically. Let kayfabe tell it. He only got one match.
Right. So the first match that I have up here is the Fatal 4-Way with Ethan Page, Laredo Kid, Ray Phoenix, and Javon Evans. Okay, now listen. This past Tuesday, the only person that wasn't in that 8-man tag team match was Ray Phoenix. It was Dragon Lee who was in that match this past Tuesday on NXT. Everybody else that's competing at Worlds Collide competed in that match.
Yeah, they said he missed his flight was. Something was wrong with his flight.
So he wasn't there.
So he makes it next.
I don't think Ethan Page is going to drop this title to any of them at Worlds Collide. I think he's going to retain it. But he isn't going to be a part of all of the trickery and the fun of this match. The whole point of this match is to watch Laredo Kid, Javon Evans, and Ray Phoenix jump around. Okay? Yep. That's the whole point of this. Ethan Page is going to retain his championship. Prepare yourself to see his cheese and busted ass because he's going to win. Okay? Just prepare because he's going to win. But you're going to enjoy the match because it's going to be fun with all three of these men in there. Now, Ethan Page going to add some ground and pound to it, but he's not going to be as heavily involved like you'll see with Ray Phoenix, Javon, and Laredo Kid. Okay? Just as a precursor. The only women's match on this card is a tag team match, and it is between Stephanie and Lola. And then you have Delisa and Chick Tormente. Is that right? Did I say it right?
Yep.
Okay. I want to make sure I got it right. I love me some Ethan. I don't know why. I feel like, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I like him sometimes.
He gets on my nerves.
Sometimes he be doing too much.
He's an asshole. He gets on my nerves. He's not a bad looking man at all. He's very, very handsome. He just gets on my goddamn nerves. Because he's such a smug bastard. And I hate it. Anywhoosies. The girls is going to be fighting, okay? And this is a tag team match. So Lola's going to be there and Stephanie's going to be there. And then you have Delisa and Chick Tormente. Then you've got this. Laredo Kid is the AAA Mega Champion. He won it from Alberto Del Rio. I told you guys that Alberto Del Rio was going to be dropping this championship very, very soon because WWE does not want to have anything to do with Alberto Del Rio. And everybody was running around screaming and hollering and crying because Alberto Del Rio's contract was acquired by WWE. And I told y'all to wait. That's what Nicole was trying to tell everybody. That's what I was telling you because they still had to sort out everything from the acquisition and they had to proceed forward.
They couldn't just terminate. You can't just terminate contracts.
That contract wasn't theirs.
You have to assess them.
And then just from a legal standpoint, the contract wasn't done on WWE. It was done through AAA. And just because they bought AAA, the contract legalese for AAA is different for WWE. And that contract doesn't hold any weight. So they had to switch him over, give him a new contract. But eventually, they're probably either going to let that contract, the time frame of that contract run out, not use him, or they'll keep him in Mexico, which people still watch him in Mexico. He's not going to set foot in a WWE ring. I hope that he don't. Because that'll be the first time I'll be like, okay, that's enough. That's enough for me.
I don't think so because it's too much of a liability. You don't know if he's gonna get mad and
go off
and try to fight a fan like he did not too long ago. Act fucking crazy. You never know. So you can't chance it.
Facts. But he is the new champion. Vikingo is your new champion, and he will defend his championship against Chad Gable at Worlds Collide. This is about to be nuts for Chad Gable. I think this is the most Chad Gable's been booked in a long time.
He's gonna have a long day too.
Yes.
He should have been somebody's champion by now. You guys are crazy.
I think Drew McIntyre is a nice looking man. He always has been, but he's fucking crazy too. So
Drew.
What are we talking about Drew for?
Because B. Jeffers asked it in the comments. Child El Hiel del Vikingo. Yes, he is the champion. He won.
He beat that man. Oh, I could spit on that man.
Well, they spoiled it on Raw last week.
I didn't hear it.
I don't know who it was.
It was already done.
Yeah, it's pre-taped. Triple H is heavily pre-taped.
Oh shit.
I didn't know.
Shout out to them keeping that under wraps because I definitely.
Because they sure did. Because it wasn't nothing on Twitter.
That's
People
you know why?
Because
in other countries they respect the art.
Oh, they was talking about it.
They respect the art in other places.
Here
we just don't give a shit.
I didn't see him talking about it, but then again, I'm not on Twitter enough, so I can't account for nothing.
I'm not on Twitter like that anymore, but I heard people are like, I'm pretty sure they spoiled it.
I'll say I'll be a liaison, but I'm not deep into the streets, so ain't much I could do for you. I scratch the surface just like y'all.
I hop on Twitter when I need to.
But you get deep. Nicole get deep.
Get them graphics, and then I'm out.
I can't get deep. People annoying me too much.
Stop. Triple A still employs the man who tried to end Stephanie Vacker's life a couple years ago. They did support her when she went to court. It's scummy.
Well, they absorbed his contract. That's the same thing with. That's why you guys people need to really have comprehension skills. Like we literally just talked about this.
Ain't like they just all right, come on in.
His name is El Portero. Is that how you say it? El Portero?
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why she didn't sign with AEW, because Roosh and a bunch of them other fucking luchadors that were there are friends with him, and were advocating and doing all this stuff to raise money to get him to help cover his legal fees and get him out and shit.
Yeah.
Well,
before everyone starts running at the mouth, it's the same thing as the Alberto Del Rio. They did not hire that man. He got absorbed in the contract.
Yeah. And more than likely, he'll be let go.
Yeah.
Once they get done weeding through the acquisition, that you have to remember, they've acquired an entire company. This is a whole other wrestling promotion. And it operates in another country exclusively. Their superstars travel, but the company itself still puts on shows down there. So there's a lot of restructuring that has to happen. And that also lends some credence into why there may be a lot of cuts happening in the main company, because they've now acquired this smaller company. And that was something that I was going to get into in a minute. So before I get to that, let me finish with Worlds Collide. So we got the AAA Mega Championship. Vikingo's going to face off against Chad Gable, and we got 2 more matches on the card. We got another tag match, but this time it's a 6-man tag. Legado del Fantasma will face off against Okay, y'all gonna have to help me because I don't know who this is. Oh, this is El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown.
Love him already. Sorry, Del Taco.
Not Del Taco. Speaking of your
What Psycho
favorites.
Clowns and all them is going to do is always be on the show.
Period. As you should. Booked and busy. You got to be.
And now, the last match is another 6-man tag team match. LWO is going to take on Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana.
Now, if we really want to get shit popping, LWO needs to open up. It needs to get crazy and it needs to break down. Just like everybody
I need them
else.
to win. LWO don't never
That's what
win
I'm saying.
shit.
I need them to come up. They need to come up. We need to put them in the forefront. They need to build up. Somebody to beef up. And then they got to break down. They got to break down.
Let them get a W.
By 2028. 2028.
Please.
That's a good 3 years.
These men don't never win shit.
That's a good 3 years.
You ain't like
Everybody else had a year or two.
All right.
Roman had what? 5?
Yeah, 4. So that is your Worlds Collide card. Okay. Now they're gonna take a little break, and at 5 o'clock they're gonna start with the pre-show, which is gonna last for about 2 hours, and then at 7 they're starting Money in the Bank at 7. Okay, Money in the Bank starts at 7 Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Time. Okay, there are only 4 matches on this whole card, as far as I know. They have not added another match to this card. Usually there's like at least 5 matches. They got 4. But Money in the Bank is a pretty long match. Money in the Bank take up substantial time. So I'm okay with them having the smaller card. Let's get to the matches outside of Money in the Bank itself. Okay. So you've got Becky Lynch facing off against Lyra. Lyra, if she wins, Becky can never challenge for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I don't think
new, right?
It's ever. She can't challenge for it ever.
No, I'm saying because at first it was supposed to be Becky versus Bayley, right? Or was that a fever dream? Was I tripping?
No, it was always Lyra. Bayley haven't come back since she got attacked at Mania.
Right. Okay.
Because they've been going at it since what is it, Backlash?
Well, yeah. Well, if you're watching with what she just said, you're smart to know what's gonna happen next.
Especially with him mentioning Bayley. We'll get to that in the predictions. Bayley.
Damn, I didn't even know that was just. I've been so busy. Oh my god.
He's so
yes, Lord. Because I didn't even know it was. I'm thinking it was next weekend.
No, it's this weekend.
And then it was a baby shower I was supposed to go to. That was this weekend. I can't go.
Oh my god, you're booked and busy.
Yeah. I'm not mad. Amen.
Period.
I was like, that's your baby shower this weekend. I said, damn. Well,
I'll be to the next one. I'll come to the next one. I'll be at the next one.
I'll be there in spirit.
Girl. I'll be at the next one, girl. Anyways, so, like I said, Becky is challenging Lyra for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. If Lyra wins, Becky can never challenge for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Ever. I thought it was just as long as Lyra has it. But that's not what they said Monday. She said, I can't challenge for it ever. And I said, oh. But if Becky wins, Becky, lame ass, only want the girl to raise her hand. I was like, damn, Becky, you could have juiced it up or something. Like, if you lose, you leave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would have, like, if you
lose, my mic on the floor, it fell off my...
you get on bended knee and you hand that title to me.
All she
With
wants
your
is for that girl
head
to raise her
down.
hand.
See, they don't be evil enough for me.
Yeah.
Y'all got to get down and dirty. That ain't dirty enough. I'm gonna break your wing.
That is not dirty enough. I
You gotta
need
get
your
down.
wheels broken.
You gotta get down on your knees.
I'm not doing that. You're
After
gonna
I
have to
didn't
beat
beat your
my
ass, you
ass.
might as well.
You gonna have to beat my ass again.
Not a problem.
Fuck out of here. I don't
And
care
that
about
would
me losing,
that would
but you
then
come
prompt
out.
who to pop up.
But get on your knees, bitch.
Get on
I don't
your
even get on my knees for
damn
my man.
knees.
I'm not doing that. Fuck out of here.
I am the man.
And you will be, and then you can go about your business.
Ooh. She better come back brand new. Bitch, you better be bald.
Not bald. Why she gotta be bald?
Just something
Bald
different.
is crazy.
You gotta
Bald
give.
is crazy.
Tell me that wouldn't be a moment.
Look at your DM. Didn't want to post it here. Okay, I look at it. Hold on.
You know, in all seriousness, I can't wait. This match is gonna be great. And I'm gonna have to go with Big Time Bex. The man. Ooh.
What?
Straight fire.
They doxed Roxanne Perez.
Oh my god.
There's a whole Twitter page. Okay, it says the profile apparently posted her home address. Obviously, none of us know for sure if it really is her home address, but I and many others have reported the tweet and this profile. I'm hoping and praying she and WWE have taken notice of his actions and are taking precautions. The profile name literally is Roxanne Perez Dead Yet.
That is wild. Y'all are weird. Y'all are crazy.
Sean Ross Sapp said he contacted WWE Talent Relations to let them know. That's scary. That's fucking creepy. Jesus Christ. Why would you? Oh.
Yeah. I'll break that bird wing.
That's gross. I hope they figure this shit out and they give Roxanne some extra protection.
Yes.
She traveling with Judgment Day, so she not by herself. And I know behind the scenes, Liv and Raquel got her, so that is so gross. Anyways, I'm not trying to change the subject, but that was really dark. That got real dark really fast. So we're gonna move on. Before I do that, y'all tell me y'all predictions. Who y'all think gonna win? You think it's gonna be Lyra, or is it gonna be Becca? Hold your thought, Don. Hold yours.
I already told them.
I'm gonna give him 30 seconds. In the comments, tell me who you think gonna win. That was 30 seconds. I asked y'all who did you think was going to win against Becky and Lyra. Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Who y'all
Lyra.
Lyra.
Because Pam gonna show back up.
Period. Pammy Pockets. Lyra with the help of Bailey. Crushfire gonna win. Not crush. I love that nickname so much. Shit. Lyra Bex, then Bailey Blade, then Beyblade versus old girl at Evolution. Ooh. Oh, also apparently someone was talking Liv Morgan just got arrested as well. Jesus.
What?
Somebody was talking Liv Morgan and somebody
They got arrested yesterday after NXT.
Somebody doxed Roxanne Perez. Go get some water. You haven't drank no water today. All right. I had to give me something to drink, y'all. All right. Kayla says, Becky. Hello, Quan. Quan said that makes me so mad. I know, babe. I know. So we got even. Oh, I don't know. It's overwhelmed. It's on Becky's side. We got 1, 2, 3 for Becky. And we got 1, 2. Oh, you picking Becky too. It's 4-3. Let me see. Okay, we got another cup of water to drink. But this time you're going to put it in your cup in there. What's going on with your ears? You got wax in them? Oh, hey, y'all. You get out of here. Go watch your shows. Get. I saw you drinking your water. Get out of here. You're like a big grown man. Fair enough. All right. It looked like everybody's picking Becky. I think Lyra's going to retain her championship.
I think Lyra's retaining it too. Y'all are crazy.
I think she's going to keep it. Even if Bailey don't show up, I think she's going to keep it. I think it would be smart for her to keep it, honestly. I know at first everybody wanted her to drop it, myself included. But I will say that once Lyra was given a real storyline, Lyra did rise to the occasion. I will give her that. And she's been tearing Becky's ass up. What's wrong? What's this? Cover from a microphone? Thank you.
Because she's delusional.
Why is she delusional?
This ain't like the delusional. Last time she was like delirious delusional. This time she's like confidently delusional.
You're not wrong.
No.
Oh,
So we get.
You did that. You're weird.
Regardless, she's still doing too much.
Yes.
So we got the other match. It's a tag team match between the two champs and two former contenders. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso will face off against John Cena, boring ass, and Logan Paul's boring ass. Do you care who's gonna win?
No.
I will say this: Cody Rhodes has a decent track record in tag team matches in PLE. I don't think he's lost yet. So
I don't know. Some don't smell right.
I don't think this match is gonna go over as cleanly as it looks. I mean, Jey Uso was laid out this past Monday. It depends on what happens Friday, and if both of them show up Friday, as to who's gonna win. But I'll give y'all 30 seconds to figure it out. All right. Who y'all got? Got Cody and Jay, or do you have John and Logan?
I have Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Los Angeles is crazy.
I don't really care for the match or like
1000%.
you gonna do this, but you don't want to put like the old Survivor Series back. This is crazy.
Papa and Ugly taking the win. That's John Cena and Logan Paul. The little Kenny devil on my shoulder says that Logan and Paul are going to win. I mean, Logan Paul. Just Logan and Paul. You ain't got no John in there. He ain't there.
He
He not wrestling.
barely can fucking wrestle.
You can't see him.
Just Logan and Paul. Okay. I thought I had a brain aneurysm reading that shit. I said, did I read that?
Yeah, but you. It's them. Get them.
Hell no. She said John don't exist. Peacemaker and Meth Head go.
Who doesn't? John Cena is a figment of your imagination.
I want to pick J and C, but well, I mean, I don't know, but I have a sneaky suspicion that they not gonna win for specific reasons.
They're not going to win. And I'm gonna tell you something ugly.
Say it.
I think Jay is gonna get cashed in on.
It depends on who fucking wins Money in the Bank.
You know who's gonna win.
It better not be Seth, because I fucking quit.
I mean,
I ain't had enough of that. No.
he's just
Now, if he lost it at SummerSlam, I wouldn't be mad about that. Wouldn't be mad about that at all. She said that would hurt me. Well, that's rough because I didn't even think about that.
Lucky ain't having sooner. I'm surprised he had it for this long, to be honest.
Should I want him to keep it until SummerSlam.
Oh, that's loud.
Well, that's dark. We living in dark times. Since we're talking about Money in the Bank, the match is set. Fucking El Grande Americano, the only one.
And this setup is ugly.
It's so weird.
This is the ugliest man.
This Money in the Bank for
This
the
is
men
the
is
ugliest
trash.
men's Money in the Bank I've seen in a long time. That match is ugly.
It's so trash. And I hate that for Penna. And I hate that for LA Knight. And I hate that for Andrade. I really do. They deserve better than that.
You mean to tell
put
me
AJ Styles in there?
right?
Round that shit out.
Tell me this.
As soon as he lost, and I thought, oh hell no, I'm over it. I don't care about this men's match no more.
This match is terrible. I don't like it, but y'all gotta pick somebody.
Oh.
No, they don't. I think Seth is gonna be fine in the match. Seth wrestling in the match isn't the issue. He didn't need to be in. He shouldn't be in it. And I know why Triple H does this kind of shit, because he don't like Money in the Bank. So he book it so that it carries over into the storylines that he has on the shows. And I don't like that. It's supposed to be an anomaly.
Has he ever won Money in the Bank?
No.
That's why he don't like it.
Probably why. That's what I was about to say. So why don't you like fucking Money in the Bank? That's weird.
It's the best way to put somebody over.
Oh, y'all said the
It
same
is.
thing. That he ain't never wanted. So
I'm like, I'm gonna hold this out.
I know
I
he's
don't
been
wanna- I
cashed
don't
in
wanna
on.
lose that.
That's probably why he don't like it.
That's not the point. Like, you need to get the
Right.
fuck over that. You're not wrestling anymore, bro.
Who
Why you
cashed
want-
in on him? Was it Edge?
I don't remember.
Probably. Oh, was it? No, it wasn't.
Or was it Randy?
I truly can't remember. I really, really can't. LA Knight is who you picked.
No.
I would have put Finn in there. I like Finn and Money in the
This
Bank,
combination is just ugly.
but I just don't like this setup of this Money in the Bank. I think it's just ugly. I agree with Nicole. It is ugly. I low key want Mr. Zero. It's Zero. Yeah, though.
Girl, that's not even spelt right, but you had the right idea.
It's Zero. Yeah.
It's Seto Metal.
Yeah.
See.
To win, but I think Seth go. I hate that that's even a thought.
Telling
I
y'all
really
that man's
do.
gonna be winning, y'all gonna be fucking mad, so you might as well just
I really hate that she didn't
ingest
put
it
that
now,
in the
like I
atmosphere.
did yesterday.
I'm gonna blame Nicole. It's her fault.
Don't blame me, blame that man and his pacemaker.
Oh, Lord have
Nicole,
mercy.
please.
And will.
Oh God.
Because what is this? This
But
a
you sure
circus?
enough will be mad
Don't
if
answer
they
that.
drop the title to Logan Paul at SummerSlam. Logan Paul ain't getting that championship at SummerSlam.
Don't be ridiculous, y'all. Come
He's not
on.
gonna get that title. Cause he's not gonna be able to wrestle enough to keep it.
Who?
Look at what he did with the US title. The nigga wrestled. He defended the championship twice.
Well, he
In
might want to be
250
out the
plus
house now,
days.
because Lord knows he probably don't want to help take care of that baby. So,
Girl, I cannot believe you.
I mean, he really wanted a boy.
It is what it is. You need to be grateful you got a healthy baby. Punk ass bitch. That's how it was spelled on
I'm not tired
YouTube.
already.
It's fine. Why would you speak that into existence? Well, she not lying. It wasn't like it was too far from the truth. It's very close. And she probably is 1000% correct, honestly.
As soon as his
I
now
just hate that she said it.
this is a work of art.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think that they curated this match very well. I don't know what it is, but they don't know how to book the men too well. But they booked the women. They booked the women not at least this year, because last year.
Oh God, I hated that
What was
one. That
that
one
year?
was ugly.
What was that
Last
year
year
that
was ugly.
Zoe
That
and
was the one that Tiffany won. That was
it
ugly.
was
Who
the
won
one
last year?
that was last
Tiffany.
year's?
Tiffany.
Tiffany
Yeah,
won.
it should have been Chelsea.
Yeah. I would have been okay with Chelsea. Chelsea would have made it fun.
Here we are.
It was
know
a
what I
match
thought about?
because Chelsea should have won. That was the big thing. The combination, wow, of people was not it.
And Chelsea didn't have to be 2 miles up. Nia's a big ass. She could have just been in her face 24/7.
Yeah, she
Being
would have been
annoying.
hiding behind Piper the whole time, and that shit would have been funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's like so much.
She'd be like, "Tell her, P." Right behind her.
I would have been more
Just so she can
qualified.
yell. Just so that little bitch can yell, Tiffy time!
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to put Charlotte in a position to be a face, you should have put her against Nia.
I'm going with Miss Proceed with Caution
Y'all
to
don't be
win.
thinking.
Y'all picking Naomi?
I don't want to say it because I jinx it. So
I'll just pray on it.
I'm gonna sleep on it.
Cause
well,
every
one
year,
thing for sure for Miss Tiffy, she is about to get a rude awakening pretty
I
soon.
hope so.
She should.
Last week,
When that lady goes up.
I'm gonna be cackling. Cause they gonna drop Tiffany ass like a bad habit. I'm like,
Tiffy time is over.
it look like y'all be just running through bitches. As long as they blind, huh? Yeah.
I saw this guy online and he described it perfectly. I said, no wonder I like her so much. He was like, Mariah May is Maurice if she was a Joshi.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, that. This is Maurice's proper daughter.
If Maurice knew how to wrestle, love Maurice. We know she can't wrestle, but that's fine. Yes. We know that. That's fine. That's perfectly fine, Maurice. You are good at many other things. You're a legend, you're an icon, you're a rock star.
Period.
But obviously we know. So anyways, if Maurice could wrestle, if Maurice was a Joshi, that's Mariah May. That's literally her daughter.
Well, it's true.
She got a shitty attitude.
Maurice was a bitch.
If y'all think y'all gonna be,
I hated her so much.
Mariah's a fucking bitch.
If y'all to think y'all just gonna hop on the Mariah train.
But the one thing about them, they was bitches, but they backed it up.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't gonna run around and be scary like a lot of these other girls.
Cause she couldn't wrestle, but she held that shit for 200-something days.
Well, Maurice used to cheat a lot.
100-something days.
That's what I'm saying. She did what she could.
Couldn't win fair, then cheat. That whole
kept the title.
Quan said he thinks whoever wins the Money in the Bank will have a failed cash in this year.
Yikes.
He thinks that Naomi gonna win.
Well,
but Jay gonna cost her the opportunity.
Throw
like
it out.
Did
Throw
her.
it away. Throw it away.
I hate it. There does need to be a failed cash in, but I don't necessarily.
I don't want it to be on Naomi.
No, it should have been last year.
If that's the case, let it be real.
Last year should have low key been the failed cash in.
Hey, Don ain't lying. He said if Rhea wins, she need to be the failed cash in.
Yes.
Let it be Rhea, and at the same time, Liv needs to go ahead and start being kicked out the Judgment Day by herself.
If Rhea gets that belt,
and that's when you get Latino
having her head buried up Liv Morgan's ass for the last 2 years. I don't know why.
Wait.
All of a sudden now
they kick out everybody white.
To be detached.
They kick out everybody white, and then there you go. You got Latino heat.
Well, what's the fuck is Finn?
Oh, I said kick out everybody white. Everybody white gotta go.
Kick out everybody white.
Then that only leaves you Raquel and Dom because Carlito ain't there no more.
Roxanne is Latino.
And Roxanne.
That's what I said. I said it's only Roxanne and Dom. Everybody, Raquel.
And Raquel.
That don't matter. So
that's boring.
They can bring in some. Who else? They can bring in Lola.
Ew.
Lola's cool.
Hey.
She's hip.
No, because
literally.
they don't do nothing with them. Don, they don't do nothing with them. No. They put all the Latino people in one faction and then just leave them there.
They do that enough.
But with those people, they would actually get some. They're not gonna leave Roxanne there.
We need to just ask Judgment Day as a whole. Like, is I
agree. Y'all already walking around with fucking Seth Messiah 2.0.
This time it's done properly.
No, Judgment Day gotta go. It's been
Day
long.
It's been fourth iteration of their group.
Yeah, Judgment Day can go, but they can carry over.
No, I can't. I would mentally
I'm
cannot.
tired. I'm tired.
It has to be done. Like literally, like it has to be done. There's too many factions. There's too many storylines that have
Yep.
gone on for
And you
way too
ain't doing
long,
nothing.
and no one's fucking doing anything.
Nobody. It's just like y'all stretching this shit out with Roxanne and them. Like, kill this shit right now. You could be
Like this shit should have happened at Mania.
yes.
Honestly, yeah.
But they waiting on the Bellas, so
Oh God. Oh yeah, that is right.
they are waiting on the Bellas because at Evolution 2, the Bella Twins gonna be competing for them tag team championships. And it really solidified it when I saw that clip of them talking on their podcast and Brie had that big ass bruise on her shoulder.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
no,
they
they're
finna
doing
get down
raps
and
again.
dirty.
All right.
I said,
Now
okay,
they got
great.
the girls working. She said, we ain't finna fuck this shit up.
Honestly, at this point, I don't care who takes it off of them.
He coming, mama. Damn.
You low down
Look at
dirty
that.
bastard. Y'all got rid of a
Why is
solid
Osprey
ass
fighting?
team.
You know what? I'll tell y'all this. I really don't care who wins in this match because any of these girls in this match would be good as Money in the Bank winners. Any of them. Do I want Rhea to win? No. I really don't. But they would do a good job with the briefcase. It'd be fun to watch them torment somebody. And I don't want them to cash in the night of.
Who was your dark horse?
My dark horse in this match was Roxanne. Because before Stephanie got in, I legitimately was like, okay, it's going to be between Naomi and Roxanne. I think Lexa will be a close third. I don't see Julia winning it, although I wouldn't mind. But my dark horse is Roxanne for sure.
Mine's a Stephanie.
Mine
I
was
was gonna pick
Alexa.
70, but it's really a pick 'em match. It really is. You can pick any one of these women and it would be fine.
Yeah, because I could see them being like, okay, da 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 da, and like an hour before, be like, da da da. Okay, it's gonna be Stephanie.
Yeah.
Well,
I really do.
I guess because they have so many of those leaks for years. They don't tell them till like an hour before now.
Yeah. Yeah. And all they do is just practice the spots, the big spots that they have to do.
Yeah.
You about to watch YouTube, and I'm sitting here on YouTube.
Yeah, but they don't tell them no more.
Watch YouTube?
Which is smart.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
looking right now.
Because you can't protect the integrity of the match no more because everybody got to know
Good
everything.
Low.
That'd be ruining a wet dream, child. Any whoosies. I'm curious as to how it's going to go, but I think it's going to be a good match. I think this match is going to be the match of the night for sure. I hope it is.
Sure ain't gonna be the men's.
I really want it to be. I don't want no shit to go down.
How many pieces of chicken did you get? 2?
If this year happens to be the year of Stephanie winning everything, I won't be upset. I think a lot of people are not gonna be mad if Stephanie wins. I just want it to go to somebody who's going to utilize it. I don't want them. I really wanted to go to Naomi because out of all of them, she's the most evil of all of them, and I feel like if they play it right, Naomi could cash in on Tiffany, and it should be during a match with Jade. That way, you can kill all of that. Jade Cargill messing up her opportunity. Let Tiffany go up against Jade Cargill again and put it at Evolution and then have Naomi cash in on her. That way, heading into SummerSlam, you got the opportunity to have a match between Bianca, Naomi, and Jade. And if you want to throw Tiffany in there, you can, but I wouldn't. I would let her ass fade to the back real quietly.
Make an elimination match. Make her the first one to go.
I would make it a triple threat at SummerSlam between Jade, Bianca, and Naomi. And if Naomi's going home to go chill so she can make babies with Big Jim, then let her drop it then if that's what she want to do. But if she ain't going nowhere, then fight it out, keep the championship until WrestleMania, and maybe you and cause y'all gotta have y'all got to move into a Survivor Series at some point, and there's at least between SummerSlam and Survivor Series, there's 3 PLEs. There's a Saudi show in there. There is that Perth show, that Australia show for Crown Jewel is in there. And y'all going to Clash in Paris in August. So you got a lot of time. Got a lot going on.
One more.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're good.
I don't want Jey Uso to lose his title. No.
Aww.
Ugh, then we gonna have to watch Gunther and Seth Rollins fight. Bitch, I hope he win if he gonna fight Gunther.
They said Old Bird supposed to be coming back.
Ugh. Damn.
To handle Gunther.
I don't want to see that shit either. Damn.
That's just what the streets said. The streets, normally, well, in this day and age, they be wrong.
Can't stand it.
It is.
Way wrong.
The thought of Trinity
I love Kyle
retiring.
Fletcher. Ooh, look at him. He's these little tiny shorts.
Girl. Is it AEW 4 hours today?
Yeah.
4 hours?
That's a lot.
What kind of...
They had a 4-hour show.
Why?
They must have paid a lot of... Oh, no, there's no basketball, so...
I don't know how it's 4 hours today. But they decided that's what they said they was going to do. I mean, at some point, a lot of people have to retire. And with Naomi, it's like she's been with Jimmy a long time. And she wants to have kids. She wants to have kids, and they haven't decided which way she wants to do it yet. They might want to do in vitro. They might want to do a surrogacy, or they might do a traditional and old fashioned. But first, they have to go get everything assessed, so to make sure she can do it healthy and there's no complications. Because you never know. Because
also she's old. I don't want to say she's older. She's in her 30s.
Yeah.
And once you're in your 30s, that's unfortunately, in medical terms, considered a geriatric pregnancy, especially if you're like in your mid-30s.
Yeah.
Like when Brandy was... And Brandy talked about this when her and Cody had that show. And... she was saying how she was like upset because she was considered a geriatric pregnancy because she was in her 30s, her mid-30s by then, at that point in time. So you have to think about that. You also have to think about she's been an athlete for X amount of years. She takes all these bumps, takes all this stuff like that, like, no offense, but wrestling is not really good for your body for hosting a baby. So that's like when you see, like, when a lot of the stars, like when a lot of these girls, they get pregnant, they just go run off and they make sure they have the baby because, again, you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And on that note, I need to go to bed because I unfortunately have to get up in the morning.
All right, Nicole.
All right, I might pop in the comments until I fall asleep.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. So, they said night, Nicole. All right. Donnie's on mute for right now, so whenever he comes back, he'll talk. But if this year happens to be the year of Stephanie winning everything, you won't be upset. Well, fair enough. Been rocking with her since I was like 10. Unfortunately, babe, even our heroes have to go home. That's only fair. If Goldberg don't sit his ass down, well, okay. In fairness to Goldberg, they had a little tryst not too long ago, and Goldberg did have one last match left on the docket, and that match is considered to be for Gunther. I don't think that Gunther is going to get the championship back, but I hope that Seth doesn't win the Money in the Bank. But seeing as how Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker have nothing going on for Money in the Bank, and he does, I imagine that they all will be out there interfering in this match, which is what makes this match so bad, which I think is going to make that match really bad. The best parts of the match are going to come from Penta, LA Knight, and Andrade for sure. You might get a little bit out of El Grande Americano, but I have this sneaking suspicion that now that Dakota has put the thought in my head, I have the sneaking suspicion that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are going to come in there and demolish everybody in that match. They're going to take everybody out. Everybody. And it's just going to be an easy ride for Seth right to the damn Money in the Bank briefcase. Which, in my opinion, is a waste of the briefcase. It really diminishes the value of it if you're just using it to further this storyline with Seth Rollins. And I feel like you could have been a little bit more strategic about it and a little bit less obvious about it. But instead of putting Seth in the match, you could have did what Brock Lesnar did and had him come in there and steal it. You know what I mean? You could have waited until SummerSlam, have Seth win an opportunity to go up against Jey Uso. He beats Jey Uso, whether he cheats or not is irrelevant. He beats Jey Uso. Jey Uso tries to challenge again in a few weeks. He loses, and then that's it for Jey. He's no longer champ. You see what I'm saying? I feel like there's other ways to do this, and they're not considering it, and I don't like it.
Or we can throw nitroglycerin everywhere and light it up.
There is something
so
wrong.
Let's say Sammy had won the match, right? And he wins Money in the Bank. But then Seth is like, you know what? I feel like you can't beat me. And then, it's this whole mind game thing. And eventually Sammy will give in because that's what he do. He weak-minded. He gives in.
Yeah, he do.
And he lose that Money in the Bank to Seth. Then Seth find his way to cash in by SummerSlam.
I hate that too. I don't want him to have that briefcase at all.
At the same time, that also gives the wiggle room for Carrion to get up on in there. And like, see what you did? See how you cost yourself every time? Now, if you just let me stand by your side, everything would be all right.
He can't do nothing, shit.
Either he'll fold, which I don't think he will.
I think he will.
And they're going to duke it out.
I think they're going to fight and Karrion's going to beat him. And he's just going to be like, I told you. And that's when he going to start changing. Switch up.
And boom. That's how you set everything on fire.
Ugh. Why wasn't Karrion Kross in this match?
That's a good question.
He wasn't even considered. You could have gave him the slot that El Grande Americano got. Because El Grande Americano shouldn't be in the match.
I mean, there's still time for somebody to take him out.
I would just take him out like Brock Lesnar did. I would
Choke
just
his
steal
ass
that
out.
shit.
Choke his ass out on the ramp
Just steal that shit.
and enter the match. Oh, stealing it is cool too.
I mean, that's what
Wait,
Edge
because
did.
Austin Theory did that too.
That's what Edge did to Kofi when they had the Elimination Chamber that year. That's how he was able to get that championship.
Because
he lost his title that night.
Get eliminated his chamber match.
And then he came in there and beat the brakes off of Kofi and went in the chamber and locked himself in that pie.
And took that belt back to
and
SmackDown.
took the belt back. Lost one belt one night and got a new belt the same night.
Legendary. That reminds me of another young legend.
Not another young legend.
Some of y'all may know her as Kelly Kelly.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I'm so tired of his shit. I don't know what to do. I'm sick of it. You stupid ass.
Some of y'all may not know this, but she did defend the world title.
Where's Hiram's ass at? He was supposed to be coming in here and telling us some mess.
Right. Come on, Hiccup.
Let me switch up the tempo. I want to switch up the tempo.
You want to hear something funny?
What?
Guess how many times I played Boots on the Ground today?
Oh, shit. How many?
3.
I don't know why everybody's so obsessed with that song.
When I tell you, I ain't hear not one of them.
Where them fans at?
They was over there going. I recorded everything. I said, oh, y'all are so cute. I followed up the paper, gave them little fans and everything. He was like, fop, fop, fop. So I know that's right.
Yeah. Well, since I remain here, we talk about current events, and then we'll go to SBC chat.
Yeah.
Cheering. Life lesson number 1053. Okay. You must vet those who you date. Otherwise, you end up with weirdos like DDG. Okay. Now, for whatever reason, today, DDG decided to release text messages of Halle, Bailey, and him. I don't know what he thought this was going to prove, but to me, it just looks like an unhinged dude is doing unhinged things. That's what it looked like. DDG is a part of that group of Black YouTubers that came in under that major influx of people, and they all. These are mine. Did he buy you enough? Put it up there. Here, drive. He came in on YouTube. He came in on YouTube around the time where they had that major influx of Black YouTubers. And it came around this one lady. All of them got their YouTube channel started through her. They all had the same setup. They all did the same thing. All of them. I really was trying to understand what Halle saw in him. Maybe she saw something that we didn't get to see. I don't want to see it, honestly. The man scares me. Because one minute he acting like, you know, he's so hurt and devastated. He started KJ and Logan. The next minute, he crying, talking about he don't get to see his child. The next minute, he taking bitches out on a date on live stream, hollering about how he paid $80,000 for a private jet, how he got money, he ain't never been poor. And it's just like, this world we live in right now has utilized, it makes it so that the average man can be revered and loved for the most remedial things. It's mediocrity that's being celebrated, and I don't like that. I don't mind streaming. I do it, you do it, we all do it. It is the connection, the parasocial relationships that everybody is clinging to. And quite frankly, I find it to be very disturbing. Because I would imagine if you get into a room or get these people in a room with a whole bunch of people, random people, they cannot hold a normal conversation. They don't know how. And that is because they've all structured their relationships online. They have not developed the skill to be able to garner relationships with people, friendships with people. It's just odd. And I'm saddened by that because these kids will never have the type of fun we used to have when we were kids, at least when I was a kid. When I was a kid, up until the time I was a teenager, if I was outside, bitch, I was outside.
Come
There
back
was
to
no
them city lights
phone.
came on.
You understand? Like there was no phones. You was out there exploring. You was living life. All you had was your mama told you had to be home by the street lights. You wasn't allowed to go past a certain spot where your street was, and you knew where that was.
We walked all
But
the way to the beach.
We went everywhere. We went everywhere. And we had fun. It was like that was normal for us. And our parents, they didn't worry because they knew that we had the rules. We knew what we were doing. Plus, as much as people want to say that our neighborhoods are dangerous, that our neighborhoods are not healthy, there was a code back in the day, and them D-boys protected us more than they think they did. They didn't let nobody come in the neighborhood, and they had shootouts while it was daytime in the whole street. Like, there was a time when I was a kid, we would have street-wide play. Like, we would play baseball in the middle of the street. We would play football, tag. There was a big field in the front of the projects where we lived, and we would play tag football out there. We would play baseball, any bounce, manhunt at night. We played one time. Now some of the kids played hide and go get it. That's a different kind of game. That's your business. I'm just saying it was a different kind of game. Don't ask me what they went and got. What they got. I don't know. I can't tell you. I do know, but that's none of your goddamn business. I just told you that. So I can't disclose to you what they got. You play football. Did you enjoy it? Was living my best life like Julie Andrews and The Sound of Music. Girl, we was having a time. But it's nothing wrong with watching YouTube videos and enjoying that. But I find it odd that you would rather enjoy somebody else having a good time than to go out and experience it for yourself. I like social media for specific reasons. One is because I can use it to connect with other people who have similar likes that I do. So I like watching wrestling. I tried to build a community of people that I liked talking to that enjoys wrestling, which I was able to do that. But I also use social media for various things. Like I want to have new hair ideas, new makeup ideas. I'll use it for that. I might watch it for entertainment every now and then. But a lot of the stuff I watch it for is to look and see the travel stuff that's in my city. I find new things every damn day. New restaurants in my city every day. New places to go and have like one tank trips in my state. You find so much stuff that other people have found. That's the best part about social media for me, is like figuring out how you can travel and where you can go once you travel, you know? That's what I use it for. I don't use it to be in love with a YouTuber who's a whole weirdo. DDG is a weirdo to me. And I find a lot of the YouTubers are very much weird. CJ So Cool, weird. Corey, weird. I ain't never seen a man with that many teeth in his mouth talk so much in my life. Weird. These men are weird. And these are the type of dudes that under normal circumstances without YouTube would not be getting nothing. Because they don't have nothing. There's no talent. You're not funny. You can't rap. You can't sing. You try to make it seem like you can rap or sing, but you really can't. You really can't. And that's the default for all you hoes. Is y'all niggas will get on YouTube and then be like, I've been in love with music my whole life, and now it's time. I'm gonna make some music. Music is the only genre of entertainment that is allowing any and everybody to be a part of it. And will actually chart. Y'all let hoes like Bad Baby and Queen Naja chart. This is y'all fault. That's y'all fault. I blame y'all. What was how to go get it? That must be a northern thing. Well, if you don't know, then you don't need to know.
The girls, I get it.
They get it. They get it. Brandy said, don't worry about it, quiet. I'm just saying that's what we played back in the day. We were middle schoolers and teenagers. It's in the name. Anyway, let me get back to DDG. Like I said, he released some text messages with Halle Bailey. People think that the text messages are fabricated. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read them. I have no desire to read any of that because the one thing that he should be doing is defending himself against these allegations if they're not true. He is not doing that. What he's trying to do is discredit her and make her look like the villain, which leads me to believe that, yes, what she's saying about him is true. So I could care less about him releasing text messages or anything. He should be defending his reputation. Instead, he's sitting up online crashing out, crying and shit, getting his homeboy streams, the homeboy losing motherfucking sponsors left and right because of you. And I heard that Kai Cenat wouldn't let him in Streamer University, and I was like, well, why do you want to be in it? I thought you
Technical difficulties.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't designed.
My mic went out. Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Let me switch our microphones right quick. But y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. On TikTok, the girlies do not believe that Harriet Tubman is real. I could not make this shit up even if I wanted to. They believe that Harriet Tubman is not real because Harriet Tubman had to change her name when she got free. She changed her name, and because of that, they don't think that Harriet Tubman is real. They think that she's fake. They think Sojourner Truth is fake. They think that they are government plants. And this is all because they were government spies at one point in their abolitionist career. They were government spies. And this girl said this with her whole chest. Like, she believes it. She's like, they're not real. They just want us to look up to people that they created. And you need to stop doing that shit immediately. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Right now, in the world we live in, nationalists, the neo-Nazis, and the racists are burning books, very much the way that Hitler did with the Holocaust and everything that had to do with Judaism and everything in Germany when they was trying to take over the world. They burn books. Why? To maintain people's stupidity and to keep them from learning. Knowledge is power. That is not some type of weird ass moniker you hear. That is facts. That is true. When you seek knowledge to only prove your conspiracy, you are doing yourself a disservice. There is too much information in the world, and especially when it's at your fingertips, and you are too lazy to go and learn for yourself. Not seek out other conspiracy theory bullshit to compound on your opinion, but the facts, the actual facts. Harriet Tubman's name was Araminta before it was Harriet. When she was freed, she changed her name to Harriet Tubman because as a runaway, she could be sent back to the plantation if they see that that's the name that's being signed on anything, right? So she changed her name and took her husband's last name, Tubman, and her mother's first name, Harriet. And yes, Harriet Tubman was a spy for the United States government, not because she was created to be a spy. After Harriet Tubman had freed 70 to 80 people on her own, the government utilized her services to lead the next set to free over 800 people from the South. The Underground Railroad is also real, but it is not a railroad, nor is it underground. It was a system designed to help aid and embed enslaved people to get to the North. That doesn't mean that it was literally underground. I am appalled that I have to actually say these things because some of y'all are not doing your own research or at least having enough wherewithal to just pick up a book and read. You can Google it right now. Let's go to Google. And some of y'all need visions. Some of y'all need to be able to see it. You gotta feel it, you know? Let's go to the Google. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all these books. Combi, Harriet Tubman. Bound for the Promised Land, Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman, live in concert, a novel by Bob the Drag Queen. Bob the Drag Queen did a whole Harriet Tubman concert. You ain't even got to learn from no scholar. You can just learn from Bob the Drag Queen because he already learned from the scholars. Look at this. She came to slay the life and times of Harriet Tubman. Look at that. Look at that. Harriet Tubman, the Moses of her people. Harriet Tubman, Road to Freedom. Look at all of these books. Look at that. Harriet Tubman, military scout, tenacious visionary from her roots in Ghana to her legacy on the Eastern. Look at all this. Look at this. You could just go and get a book and read. It's on Amazon, bitch. Look. Look. These are all books talking about her legacy. They got it in children's form. Okay? They got it all. All you got to do is read. Read, Cora. That's it. It don't make no sense for y'all to be this dumb. And the fact that y'all sit up on the internet and say this shit with y'all whole chest is just, you're special. It was one bitch laying in her bed, hair all over the place. Talking about some, I'm so glad somebody finally said this, because how was there an underground railroad? Like, how were they underground? Girl! I'm gonna ask you a question. Let's say, for instance, the Underground Railroad could be real. If we're being honest, some of the passageways that was created for the slaves to get to freedom, some of them were underground. Built tunnels between these two houses sometimes to keep the slave catchers from catching them. That was their way. Or they would hide you in a room for a couple days or inside of an attic until they could get you out, and then they would take you to the next house. It wasn't an underground railroad that you can go and visit now, but you can see some of the old houses on that system that they had. You can see those things. They do have some of those that have been historically preserved. But I want to ask y'all a question. How y'all think that they mine gold and silver and the precious metals of the world? How do you think they mine that? You think they just wait for it to float to the surface? No, baby, they go underground. They go underground. That's how they mine natural resources. Where you think that's at? You think they come from osmosis too? You think oil come from the sky? You think it just rains down and they collect the shit? No, they mine it. Okay? They mine the shit. Something wrong with y'all. Y'all have lost y'all ever loving minds. Okay? Now, I'm waiting on Hiram's ass to come in here, but it don't look like he coming, so I'm finna do SPC chat and then I'm gonna get out of here. Okay? I'll be done. Now I have to talk in code because I have a 15-year-old in here and he nosy as hell. Alright? Let's get into it. Question number 1. My boyfriend bought me an above ground pool for his 4th of July pool party behind my back. I was at work when the man came by to install it. The HOA rep came by and told him that pools were not allowed. He had an all-out argument with the HOA rep, so she made the workers put the pool back on the truck. Boyfriend tells HOA, watch this pool get installed for the 4th. The HOA rep called for backup. They wrote a citation, then they left. Mind you, I was at work, and I had no idea this drama unfolded. I came home, bleached my locks, cooked some food, and water pressure was low. No big deal. When it was time to wash the bleach out of my hair, the faucet tap ran dry. The HOA had the city shut off our water, emergency shut off out of fear of a water main break. It was really because of the pool incident. My locks were on fire. I went to a neighbor's yard, stole water from their garden hose, and washed my hair in their backyard like a dog. I called my boyfriend and he said he can't stay with me anymore because he may hurt the HOA rep. And my son needs me. I came back home. I heard his baby mama in the background. Don's over here asleep, child. I heard his baby mama in the background. My locks are falling apart like dandelions on a windy day. And he's online posting family pics and bragging about the DJ he hired for his upcoming pool party at a rented mansion. What am I missing? Surely he didn't dump me over the HOA. I miss him and I try to talk to him, but he's trying to be faithful to her. What to do? I stole him from her before. Can't I do it again? Your locks is about to fall off your head. This man almost cost you your home because you live in an HOA community. And the only thing you can sit up here and think about is that he's back with his baby mama and his son. And then you drop the bomb on us that you took him from her before, and you feel like you could do it again. Well, if you big and bad, then go ahead and try. Go ahead. Because he was never really yours to begin with. What is wrong with you bitches? Have you no integrity? Have you no respect for yourself? You're running after a nigga who don't even have a place of his own, and he's coming to live in your house, and you live in a house with an HOA? Girl, is you crazy? Not to mention he fucking with your crown, your hair. He didn't even tell you that the bitch came out and almost shut off your water. He didn't tell you there was no incident. Not to mention the HOA did not have a conversation with you. Why didn't they give you a phone call? This whole situation is very confusing and weird to me. Because the HOA should have called. He has no authority to do anything in your home without your consent. And they should have called you and been like, you have a warning because you're violating the terms of your lease and the HOA agreement, which is normal. Cool. But, like, you worried about the wrong thing, sis. You worried about the wrong thing is my point. She said, I literally have no words right now. Girl. It looked like it's about to get worse. Question number 2. I was scrolling on Instagram when I saw a muscular black man grilling a steak on a private beach. He's a celebrity trainer and fitness model. I followed him. An hour later, he followed me back and messaged me. He asked me about my fitness goals. I want to lose weight. And my location, Baltimore. He said he was meeting up with a client in New York and we should link up. We exchanged numbers and we FaceTimed 3 times. Last time he asked if I wanted him to train me. I told him I couldn't afford him. Just say yes. Consent is all the money you need. He flew me to NYC. We had lunch at his hotel. He's flawless in person. He was way out of my league. You know what I really want to do? Me. You. Transform bodies? That's a front. My OnlyFans pays my bills. He meets random average women like me, take them on dates, sleep with them for his OF page like we did, and then he moves on to a different city. I wore a mask in our lovemaking session, so I don't care that his OF members saw me. I know he was performing, but it was the best I ever had. I'm slipping and sliding off the chair right now writing this. That's nasty. The second time I slipped off the protection because I wanted to have a better experience. He was very angry I did that, and he put me out of his room. My problem is that I want to see him again, but the number I have doesn't work anymore. He blocked me from his page. I didn't want to crash out over a worker, but this rejection hurts. Advice, maybe next time, don't take off the protection. I don't like that either. That is dangerous. First of all, it's dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for him being in the line of work that he's in. If he is using protection, it is protection for you as well. Respect the parameters of the type of situationship you have. You violated the agreement. So now he don't want to have nothing to do with you. And in my opinion, he's right for not wanting to have nothing to do with you. It is what it is. I don't see nothing wrong with this, honestly. I feel like as a grown man, he can do whatever he wants, unless you're talking about something else, Aaliyah. As a grown man, he already told her exactly what he wanted from her. He wasn't being disrespectful, rude, or mean. He was being honest. And she knew the deal. She knew the game. And she still decided to do something that violated the terms of their agreement. So he's like, nah, I'm blocking your number. You and I ain't going to go at it no more. I don't blame him. I think that was very, very smart. Because he could have got anything, or she could have ended up pregnant. Anything could have happened. Question number 3. I'm 26. My 29-year-old rapper boyfriend is failing in life in general, and I'm tired of him. He does not contribute to our household in any way, except in the intimate way. I gave him money to buy a decent outfit to find a job. He spent the money on the Cowboy Carter tour. Bitch, how much money did you give him? Cowboy Carter tickets is expensive. He said his friend had an all access pass, promised he could get him backstage so he can hand Jay-Z his demo. I told him that was a stupid idea and it would never work. His fave uncle told him to leave me because I don't support his dreams. I'm tired and I want him to leave. But since I agreed that we should break up, he wants to stick around because he's not going to let another ninja move in. Advice: let another nigga move in. If this nigga ain't got no damn job and ain't trying to do nothing, he damn sure ain't gonna be able be up to fight no dude. And if any nigga that you is worth his salt that you pull, you will probably pull another homosexual. So this time just pull one that know how to whoop ass. Cause you're not gonna pull no nigga that's worth your salt. You just not. All right. Question number 4. I met another woman on my birthday. My girlfriend did nothing wrong. We've been together 4 years, but nothing compels me to take things any further. The new woman is a breath of fresh air. She's bouncing through life without a care in the world. She's warm and funny. We went to an amusement park and she took her wig off and put it in her purse before we got in the ride. And she's creative. She was fired from her job 2 years ago, but now she makes a living creating memorial teas and casket wraps. And the relations is top tier. I decided to dump my girlfriend. My girlfriend's nephew died, and I dumped her via text while she was at her nephew's funeral. I texted the new woman. I told her I want us to be exclusive. Her, nah, I'm dating other people. Me. After we connected, I'm all you need. Her, the connection was mid. But you cool. I'm exploring my options. I'm sick. She never gave me the impression that she was dating other men. How do I convince her that I'm the one? And in the interim, how do I make up with my ex-girlfriend? I miss her too. Kind of. Help, I refuse. I'm not helping you at all. I'm not saying anything. Good luck and Godspeed is all you're going to get from me. Question number 5. My husband of 5 years served 24 months in prison. He was the getaway driver for an armed robbery. And now he's back home. My grandma hired him right away and things were looking up. Or so I thought. My husband's ex-cellmate moved to a different prison, so his letter was returned. I read the letter. Husband wrote, her skin feels like fake crocodile leather. I hate it when she rubs against me. I wish I was back in the pod with you. Ew. Okay then, shit. At first he says it's just jail talk. That nothing happened between them in prison. Then he became furious that I opened his mail in the first place. I apologized and pretended the issue was settled. I found his stash of prison letters. Apparently, my husband was having a good time for fun in prison. He's totally through with women, and he's only living here with me because he's poor, waiting for his man to be released. I've stopped all physical contact with my husband except hugs, and I've been tested. How do I divorce him without telling him why or getting hurt? I fear he could turn violent if he knows why, knows if he knows that I know he's gay. If your husband got a history of violence, call the police, tell him that you are going to get a divorce. You can have him served at home while you are not there. Call the police and say you believe your husband is going to be violent or belligerent towards you and you just want him to get out of the house. He has been served with divorce papers. His name is not on the house. I own the house and I would like him to leave. Once you do that, you call the police, have them escort you to the house, and tell the police you would like him escorted from the property. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to get this thing to reset, honey. Give me hell. But yes, you need to call the police, have the police come in, escort this man out, serve him with the papers at home. And it just need to be irreconcilable differences. There don't have to be no mention of him being gay. Just you're no longer attracted to him. He's no longer attracted to you. You don't want to have anything to do with him. He don't want to have anything to do with you. You're fine with it. Let his ass go. That's it. That's all. You don't have to mention the gay part unless you want to. Question number 6. I met a white man at Ohio State and he proposed. Oh wait. Okay. Anyway, the women in our families met to plan the wedding. We got along until my sister said she wanted to wear a traditional African wedding dress. Our aunt hit the roof. You'll look like a clown. You already got dreads. You're not African. Why are you being pro-black when you're marrying a Tristan? And you're heavy set. You need a traditional American wedding gown. My sister was in tears. Ohio State's mom intervened. Can we see a pic of your wedding gown and maybe incorporate that style with her vision? All goes quiet. Ooh, Auntie has 4 kids by 3 different men and has never been married. Auntie, so this big back Viking bitch want to play in my face? At least all my kids are good. Your son is out here marrying the opposite of you. Ohio State's mom, your kids are good. I heard you raised 3 magicians in this economy. Auntie, huh? Sister, I didn't say they do magic tricks. I said they're all trick babies. We all gasped. Auntie threatened to shoot up the venue if they got married. So Ohio State's mom told him to pause the wedding plans, and he did. My sister is devastated. How does she get her fiance back? By making her auntie go sit her dumb ass down. The fuck? Who is she to tell you who you should and shouldn't be marrying? It sounds like she jealous to me. First of all, this bitch would never be coming into my wedding event telling me what I need to wear, what I should be wearing. When you sit up here with 4 kids and they all got different daddies because you was out here hoeing back in the day, there is no way, no auntie, no cousin would ever be able to clock me like that. I would tear your ass up with your own shit. I'm not playing. I'd be like, girl, please go tend to them damn cheering you call. Go on somewhere. Go on somewhere. You're not invited. First of all, I wouldn't have invited her. She wouldn't have been there. The moment she said, your ass don't need to be wearing that, you a big back. Why you so pro-black? You can leave. We're done. And if you bring your ass to my wedding or you even attempt to bring a gun into my wedding, I will have you arrested. You are no longer welcome at my wedding, and you're no longer welcome to help me plan it. You will not have anything to do with me, my kids, or my fiance. You're done. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please leave and take your children with you. That'd be the end of that. Because there ain't no way. It just sounded like she was jealous to me. Now, they got some context. Auntie's adult kids are 19, 23, and 25. She also has a 2-year-old toddler. Ohio State's mom thought the 3 adult kids were magicians. She thought they was magicians because her sister said she had trick babies. That's crazy. That's funny. I would kick the auntie out and go get my man back. Now, he might not want to be a part of your family after hearing this weird ass bitch talking shit, but I mean, everybody got a weird auntie, uncle, cousin. Everybody got that. Everybody got that. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Y'all, we is done. That is it. That is all. Hiram decided not to come in here today, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we can talk to Hiram on Friday. But for now, we had a decent show. We had a nice little conversation. And ladies and gentlemen, Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide is Saturday. We're gonna have a good time. I am only gonna be streaming for Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank for my members. All of my members will be able to see me, interact with me, talk, all that good shit. We're gonna have a good time. Now, after Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank, about 3 weeks later, we're going to be watching Night of Champions. Night of Champions is on June 28th. It is on Saturday, and it is in Saudi Arabia. After that, we move into July, where July on the 12th and the 13th has Saturday Night Main Event, NXT Great American Bash, and Evolution. We got a lot going on, honeys. A lot, okay? So many Saturday Night Main Events. This is not the last one either. There's one in December that they're gonna have, and that's John Cena's like physical last match. It's in December. Anyways, next thing we have, it is in August. It's gonna be SummerSlam, August 2nd and 3rd. It is a 2-night event. Cardi B will be hosting, and it is in MetLife Stadium. And then 3 weeks later, we're going to be going to Paris for Clash in Paris on August 31st. Woo! And they're going to be on Raw for the September 1st for Monday Night Raw. It's also going to be in Paris. Moving on down the line. In October, we're going to be going to Perth for the Crown Jewel weekend. Okay, so on Friday, you'll have SmackDown, which is October 10th. And then you'll have Crown Jewel Perth on the October 11th. And then on that Monday, you'll have Monday Night Raw on October 13th. And this is going to all emanate from Perth, Australia. Okay? There's so much going on for the next couple of months. I hope you guys are keeping yourselves tuned in. But Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide are going to be donezo after Saturday, thank God. And we'll be proceeding forward. Now, I will stream for Evolution and Great American Bash. That will be for everybody else on here on the YouTubies, and I may stream for SummerSlam. I haven't decided yet. I'll see what you guys think in my polls over here on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I will see you guys next time, which is Friday. We will go live. I'm going to go live with the girls tomorrow when we do the podcast, so you guys can hear what we think about everything that has been going on. I didn't cover the releases and everything because I really wanted to have Nicole and Alexis to bounce off of. But we will talk about everything that I have been seeing over the last couple of months when we go live and for the podcast tomorrow. And that is over there on Down for the Count's YouTube. So go on over there and check it out if you want to hear more about it. Down for the Count's YouTube will go up tomorrow and probably be streaming. Podcast will probably stream around 8:30 tomorrow. All right. See you guys then. And then for our regularly scheduled program on Friday after SmackDown. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.